Hey, our bitch here. Oh, sorry. Hey, our bitch here. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? Yeah. So I've been a little bit sick, and because of that, all the guests on my talk show canceled because they said they didn't want to be exposed to COVID. But this is what I said. I don't have COVID because it's actually impossible for me to have COVID in this post-COVID era. We are past that, okay? I'm fully vaccinated. I really am. Like, Uncle Cornelius had to bribe so many people so that I could get vaccinated in 2019 or whatever, pre-COVID for the post-COVID era. Yeah, so I've had full immunity for like 5 years now, before COVID even really existed. Yeah, but I hope you love this black curtain. Hope you love this leopard print. Hope you love this rhinestone hat. It's really important for me to cultivate an aesthetic here on the show. Those of you who have visited my warehouse studio know that aesthetic is everything for me. And really, I should say that my studio is just my living quarters, because at this point I am post studio. I'm all about digital art. I'm all about creating here in pixels, okay? I'm all about this interconnectivity online, because as Art Jones 3000, the curator hyphen artist, said on my talk show last episode, we are in a post-painting era. Painting is dead. I don't actually believe that, to be honest. I think that's rather simplistic, but it is the language of the contemporary art world, and in order to compete in this contemporary art world, in this art market, I have to be aware of the lingo, okay? Speaking of lingo, do you see my leggings? Yeah. Jazz, baby, jazz. The 90s are back. The 80s have been back. And, really now it's all about the early aughts, I think. Yeah, and one of the guests I was supposed to have on my show today actually was going to talk about early aughts aesthetic, but like I said, canceled because I'm apparently hashtag sick with hashtag COVID in this hashtag pandemic. If I believed in any of that, which I don't, because my dear Uncle Cornelius, oh, pardon me, itch, has prepared me for the apocalypse with all of his money. And I know I shouldn't brag about that, and I'm not bragging. I'm actually really humble. Just adjusting my chair. Yeah, gotta be at the right level here. Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm not humble bragging. I'm just stating facts. And you know what? I think this hat kind of wasn't doing it for me. It's a lot of bling. It's a little bit too much Bebe, the fashion brand, not Baby Spice, but also kind of Baby Spice, but also Missy Elliott and TLC and I don't know. I guess it's more 90s and early aughts. No, I guess it's 1999. This hat is very 1999. If I had to analyze the aesthetic of it, And my professors in my MFA program at Columbia are always challenging me to analyze aesthetics, but also move beyond aesthetics. And I was going to have one of my professors on the talk show here, Art Bitch, the talk show. Yeah, but my professor also canceled because I'm hashtag sick with hashtag COVID, except not really, right? Not really. Maybe it's just a cold. Maybe it's the flu. Maybe it's strep throat. Maybe it's herpes. I go to warehouse parties. I have a warehouse. I have parties. I have herpes. This is how it goes in Bushwick. Is my hair okay? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? I shouldn't be so concerned about bourgeois standards of beauty, right? Oh, but my eyelashes are doing weird things. It's not that I'm concerned with bourgeois aesthetics. It's more like I want to look good for what I think looks good. It's really about my standards in this post-feminist, intersectional feminist. That's it. That's intersectional, post-feminist. Yeah, I think that's the term. In this society, it's really about owning what I feel comfortable in, body positivity, because I'm woke. You have to be woke. You have to be, I go to Columbia. I can't not be woke, right? I live in Bushwick. I can't not be woke, right? Our bitch is woke. That's my thing. I was gonna say that's my whole thing, but my whole thing is art. A-R-T. Okay, so I think I'm good on the moisturizing foundation. Gotta have moisture. But this is what the compact's for, right? This is what, for all these touch-ups. Good. I'm so Brooklyn. My compact has the Brooklyn Bridge on it. Okay, good. Is it even? If it's not even, it can be like a Picasso thing, right? My face can be cubist. That's beautiful. It's beautiful if I say it's beautiful. All right. It's still, I don't know that I should impose standards of even coverage on myself, but I'm gonna try and achieve that, even if my technical proficiency isn't there yet. Okay. Oh, I guess I shouldn't cough into my hand, or is that another myth? Okay, maybe some blush. Oh, wait. No, yeah, I think I do blush first. And then I do the setting powder. But, really, it's all to me. It's, all up to me. It's all my jazz. This is not a makeup tutorial. This is a talk show where I talk to myself and I hype myself up. Today, you'll notice I don't have my unicorns to hype me up. And that's because I have not taken shrooms. And I'll typically microdose during the week, but I decided not to do that today. And actually not at all this week, if you can believe it. I just wanted a sober week. I thought like a completely sober week, obviously excluding Friday and Saturday. But yeah, I just wanted my Monday through Thursday to be sober, and we'll see what happens on Sunday. We'll see. But Thanksgiving is just so like triggering, and it's important for me to reset. I just have to state that, right? Like, okay. Yeah, it's probably a wig day, but I didn't wear a wig today. This is my real hair. Okay, good. Now I'll do the setting powder. So, if I had a guest on the show today, like, I don't want one of them to talk about unrealistic standards in female beauty and how they're persisting even in this body positive era. Even with all the influencers on Instagram and TikTok. And I want to talk about how that's influencing the fine art world. Like, I'd want this expert to illuminate that. Because, like, gallery girls are still a thing. Like, that whole aesthetic of, like, heroin chic, black dresses. Part of the heroin chic thing is, like, the rail thin figure and, like, the bags under the eyes. And I have the bags under my eyes, so I know, like, I've got that going for me. But I don't have the rail thin physique. And part of that's just, like, loving myself and, like, eating. I eat a lot of pizza. I have a lot of fries with truffle oil because, like, you can't not in Bushwick. That's just kind of how it goes. I have a lot of bodega mozzarella sticks because that's very Brooklyn. I have a lot of pastrami sandwiches because it's also very Brooklyn. And, like, I'll have vegan food, too. I'm not saying I'm, like, anti-vegan because that would not be Brooklyn. But what I am saying is I eat, right? So, like, the whole heroin chic aesthetic is just not, like, that's not gonna happen. All right, so I think the makeup is done. Put some of this stuff away. Yeah, so there's, like, the gallery girl aesthetic. That's just all over the fine art galleries. But on Instagram, too, like, even with all this body positivity, you'll still see, like, the catwalk model aesthetics from like, 10 years ago, like the super thin stuff persisting. It, like, hasn't gone away. And in painting, like, there's this whole Egon Schiele kind of very thin thing. I can never find a makeup bag that fits everything. And I don't think that's a me problem. I really don't. Yeah, maybe sometime on the talk show when I don't have COVID, I'll have a makeup artist on because that's art too, right? Like, there's so much creativity in art. And it like transcends so many boundaries, and I don't think painting's dead, even though, like, I'll throw it around. I'll entertain the thought. And even if I'm not actively painting, even if my factory of unicorn slave labor is producing my paintings these days, I still come up with the visions for paintings. Oh yeah, that's why I have this tiny easel here. But that's what I was going to say. I'm debating what to put on this tiny easel. Like, it does seem perfectly art bitch sized, right? Like, this would be really good for Instagram. This would be such a... Oh, speaking of which, I haven't done a selfie yet. Yeah, and like, it's not a show unless I've done a selfie. Oh, I should probably put the hat on, right? I know it was a little bit concerned about like what it said aesthetically. And maybe like, okay, get the camera in there. Did it. Smiles. Okay, great. Yeah, so I think the easel, what should go on the easel? Not a painting, because that's done. That's just so tried and true. Okay, and everyone's seen that before. So I'm like tempted to throw the easel at the camera and make that a performance. Yeah, like that. If I really put a lot of energy into it, I think that could be an art piece. But I think I want to be more literal about what I display on the easel, right? Because easels are for display. Easels are, maybe it's better if it's backwards. I don't know. Is that too retro? Oh, rhinestone. Oops. Bedazzle in the bag. Okay. Yeah, like easels are for displaying things, right? So if I'm going to have an easel, I should display something on it. So here, I'm checking the monitors. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, good. It's so great that I have monitors over here so that I can keep track of the show while it's happening. Isn't that so meta? Okay, great. So I think what I'm going to display on the easel is a can opener. So I have to is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's still in frame. Great. So see, the can opener fits. It's perfect. Oh my God, I should just why am I even in the chair? Oh my God, that is art. That is art. That is art. See, it's a found object. It's on an easel, but no, not even, it's not this that's art. It's, excuse me, COVID. It's not even this that's art. I would argue that what the art piece is the photograph that I took of it and posted on Instagram. Because really my art practice these days is Instagram based. So if it's not on Instagram, it's not art. And in conclusion, I think that just about wraps this edition of Art Bitch, the talk show, right? Revelation. This isn't art. This is art. At Art Bitch 100. The photo of this, which I will be posting, and I hope you like it. I hope you share it. I hope you share it to your stories. I hope you share it to Instagram, and then you'll be replicating my art and enriching my art practice. Thank you. Namaste. Our bitch out.